welcome to Breaking the Kernel, and today we're talking about the state of America corporately. Let's get it. Anyone who's an adult, as the time of this recording, knows that it is really messy out there. It's really weird. I'm making a video on this because something really disturbed my soul the other day, or like a week or two ago. I was looking at jobs out there, just seeing what the market was like, because I have a lot of friends who've been getting laid off, fired, looking for jobs, can't find anything. Now they're working at McDonald's, Starbucks, Target, Best Buy, you name it, if they can even get that. It's very competitive to get a job at Target, at Best Buy right now. Like, it's a crazy world we're living right now in terms of just how people are trying to get by. And like, again, some people, it's getting so bad, like some people put their egos aside and like, I don't care where I work at as long as I have a job that can financially pay me so I can live my life until I find something that can provide stability and something that can, if you have a family, you provide more money for my family, etc., etc., etc. I say all that to say that we're living in a time right now where I saw that the who was it? I'll let it remain nameless. There is an organization, a football organization. If you're in America, they're throwing football, like American football, had a some type of event where people can go and apply for jobs at their organization or at the organization in which the owners own all these teams and stuff. Like, you know, they pay all these people. So these are people who really need jobs and really want jobs in organization. These are not just internships, they're actual paid jobs. Like some spanning from anywhere between like $38,000 a year, I think I saw, to like $150,000+ a year. Like these are jobs. And it costs $60-something for one person to get in. $60+ for one person to get into an event to find a job in which you're not guaranteed to have one when you leave. This is just upsetting to me because I feel like this is part of the problem. That's why I'm going to try to label this episode The Miseducation of America, because it's one of those situations, man, where you hear the baby boomer argument. Like, oh, kids these days, or now kids talking about adults or wherever you want to put it, don't want to work. They're lazy. They're always swinging for the fences. They all want to be content creators, whatever the argument is. And don't get me wrong, anyone who's worked anywhere, any time period in this world, there are people who are slackers, there are people who are overachievers, and there are people who just want to get by, do their job, go home, and enjoy the rest of their life. No matter what era, those people still exist. I am an adult now. In my adulthood, the era that I'm currently in, there are people who are of all three categories I just named. But because of how bad the economy is right now, the people who are slackers are really being highlighted, right? People are really pissed off because the slackers are people who I'm not talking about people who do the bare minimum. Those are the people in the middle. I'm talking about the people who make it hell for everybody because of their lack of work ethic. Like their work ethic is non-existent. Those people. And right now we're in a state in which you have to pay $60+, because I believe with tax and everything and fees it's like $65 or so for an interview. You're paying $65 for an interview. We're in the space and time right now where to get a house, you gotta pay at least like, I forgot what it was, man. Maybe $100,000 or something on a house, especially on the East Coast. That's average, and we live in an environment where a box of cream of wheat is about $6, right? We're living in tough times, man. And to see that companies are expecting to pay $65 for the opportunity at a job is nasty work. It's nasty work. I don't want to hear, well, then don't go. Or it's not about that. It's not only about that. It's the principle of what the I don't even want to cuss. I don't want to cuss with the F word. I'll just say this. What the hell? What the hell? Right? What exactly are we actually doing? Like, what exactly are we actually doing? Because at the end of the day, these this is a funny thing too. All these jobs that at this career fair, basically, it's not even guaranteed that the person they hire, the people they even look at for said job, is even in the people who went to this event. It could be because these same jobs are also online. Like, these jobs are available on their website. Like, this career fair is not the only place to get these jobs at. So you're competing not only against everyone in that room or in the stadium, you're competing with people over the country who want this job as well. The state, the city, the state, the country. You're everybody, bro. So you're paying $65 for your competition to be the entire country. And that's crazy. Because again, these are like storied franchises. This is one of the top sports in the world. Like, this is in the world, but also like in the country for sure. For sure, the number one sport in the country. A lot of people don't want those jobs. And competition is competition. Job market is fierce right now. I understand that's a whole different situation and subject. But to pay to make people pay $65 because you know they're desperate enough, you know they need it, you know the state of the economy is, for them to not get a job is crazy. What's even worse, in my opinion, is making people pay $65 just to get a job as, like, you know, the security people that do the events, they have like the blue and yellow, like it's like almost like the Michigan Wolverine colors. Or like $65 to go get a job as, like, scan your ticket here, please. You know? Those are jobs. There's nothing wrong with those jobs. I'm not making fun of those people in the slightest. What I'm shedding light on, it's not even funny, but what I'm poking light on, or not poking light on, what I'm showing the light, what I'm putting out there is that those people get paid. Some of those people, depending on your job, get, like, some of the jobs at these events are minimum wage jobs. So let's say you pay $65 to get this event. Let's say you don't live right next to the stadium or inside the stadium. You're going to have to travel maybe like 45 minutes to an hour to get to this place. So you're paying, let's just put a label on it, $15, $20 for gas. And that's being generous with what the gas prices are right now. You're doing that. Plus the $60, $65 to get in. There's also probably, depending if they have a shred of dignity, and we're going to give them that much, we're going to say parking is free. We're going to just assume parking is free for this event. If not, you're going to pay $5. But we're going to say that parking is free for right now. $20 for gas, $65 for parking. Potentially parking for $65 for tickets to enter this event. You're basically paying almost $85 plus dollars for this interview. And to me, that's asinine. And I do not blame the people for going, because obviously people need jobs. This economy is hard. Life is hard. I understand. I'm not making fun of those people because I know what desperation is. Because $65 to go to an interview in which you're basically being finessed out of $65 is crazy. I'm shaming the teams that do this. I'm shaming the corporate organizations that do this. You want to hold career fairs? Go ahead. There's plenty of free and better ways to which you don't have to use your facilities, because that's where you're charging people. You have to use your facility to keep the lights on. So you're charging people to use this venue. Excuse me. And that's weird to me. That's really weird to me. I don't understand that aspect of what we're doing. Another thing is just like, why are we in a situation, and I truly mean this, because part of the reason why people have to go through these things for jobs, or through those loops for jobs, is because they have kids and they have to pay for back to school. Because at the time of this recording, school just started maybe a week, 2 ago, depending where you're at. And you're telling me we're still in a situation in which teachers still don't have enough for their classroom. You're telling me teachers don't have enough for the classroom for the whole year. You tell me they have to go out of pocket to go make sure there's school supplies. That's crazy. And I know you're going to be like, what about the parents? Listen, I'm talking about classroom. I'm talking about markers for the board. I'm talking about erasers for the board. I'm talking about a clean board in general. I'm talking about like a pencil sharpener. I'm talking about things for the classroom that is needed to help a classroom run. I'm not even talking about the kids having notebooks and all that stuff. We'll get to that in a second. Look, man, this should be supplied by the schools. And the schools can't supply them because there's no money in the funding for this. The teachers don't make enough. So I know that's not where the money is going. We need that's a serious thing that I hope through this election cycle we discuss and talk about. Now going to back to school shopping for the kids. Listen. It's tough all around, man. I do not envy parents. I do not envy kids. I do not envy anybody. Like, this is a real situation, man. And it definitely needs to get better. It definitely needs to get better for sure. So hopefully we get a better situation for that and we do something that can really help people with that regard. But yeah, I don't know. I was just baffled by what's going on with rent control, what's going on with food prices, what's going on with charging people for job interviews, back to school stuff that still has always been an issue. It has always been an issue for as long as I've been alive. It's crazy that we're 2024. We still don't have a some kind of public funding for that, for public schools. It's kind of just crazy to me. Medical bills are crazy, right? Like prescriptions crazy. Like, I don't understand what is happening. I don't understand why we're continuing to let this happen on purpose. And so going into the election, I just want, for the United States, I just want all of us to take a deep breath. Think about all the candidates. I'm not just talking about the presidential candidates. I'm talking about all of them. Think about the people that you're directly responsible for electing. And make sure you just really sit there and think, not only about them, but also the president, but everything. Think about what you're voting for this year, please. And just let's just take things seriously. Because it's getting bad outside. It's getting real bad, man. Subscription services going up. Gyms are damn near a music label type corrupt bad. The mafia type gyms are mafia like. They're moving like the mafia. They have people on 360 deals. They have $100+ fees at the end of every year for maintenance fees for their gym. I thought the whole point of me paying you a gym membership is for you to put the money into the gym and to your employees. What is the $100 to $200 you're charging me after? Now, and think about this. It's your regular membership, which has gone up every year. Your regular membership that month plus a $100 and some fee. That's nasty. So almost like $200 and some you have to pay. And you know the most diabolical thing about this? For my gym, my old gym, it was during December. It was during the holiday season, smack middle holiday season. No, you're a sicko. You're a sicko. You're a sicko. This economy right now, the things people just squeak, because no, everything's going to crash eventually. That's what they're hoping for. So everyone's just trying to get their money now. It's topple everybody over to get yours, so that when things go bad, you can ride out the storm. Basically, is what the mode is. It's survival mode right now in all areas. For people who are willing to spend $65 to get finessed by a sports team or by local corporations to do these career fairs just to not get a job, they're just in survival mode trying to get what they can get to help provide for themselves and whoever they need to provide for. For these rich people or the People trying to get rich, the people who have assets to protect, the people who have situations in which if a stock or something crashes, they're out of money. Everyone's just trying to me, survival. And it's very unfortunate and nasty to see. So it's something that didn't sit right with me. Like seeing that $65 did not sit right with me, and this is a damn shame because not just sports teams, corporations do this. You'd be very shocked how many corporations charge money, even more than that sports team, to get to a glorified convention just for their company for these positions that may not even exist. We see what happened on Indeed with all these fake jobs. Indeed and LinkedIn, these fake phantom jobs they're putting out there. So there's companies out there charging $60-something plus for an entry fee to apply for a job that may not even exist. That's nasty. And that's what happens when you do not put any strict or actual repercussions to corporations, because they can do things like this. And they're squeezing every cent out of the common person. And it's disgusting. It's every cent. These companies do not care about their employees, do not care about the future employees, do not care about the past employees. I've heard very messed up situation where people did everything they needed to do, quit the job on good terms, having email and text documentation of leaving on good terms, and getting, hey, I'm going to give you, when you let a recommendation or something, I got you, and then crickets. Or, oh, that person was a bad employee. They don't care. And there's not enough repercussions. There's not enough consequences for corporations because they can do things like this and go to sleep at night knowing they're going to get financially rewarded for screwing people over. And it's wrong. It's wrong. And I feel very bad for everybody because it's going to get worse before it's already bad. It is going to get worse before it gets better. These mass layoffs are doing trash. There's no repercussions. In my opinion, if you let go of 10 to 25% of your workforce in 1 year, buddy, you need to have some fines. You need to have some fines because that's just irresponsible. You have jobs out here. I ain't going to even put them on. I'm not even going to put them on blast. There's companies out here where they're giving you some very suspect health care. There's some small businesses out there and big businesses out there that really finesse people out of healthcare, dental, and vision. There's people who, hey, go put my credit card in and go pay for your healthcare. And they'll cancel their credit card, and then you go months without healthcare, dental, and vision, and not even know it. There's people out there, and they know who they are, and that's nasty work. It's nasty work. These corporations can be parasites, and this is not like all corporations are bad, all small. No, there's plenty of small businesses and corporations out there that actually do care about their employees and try and make things work and move accordingly. But there's even more corporations and businesses, big or small, that really finesse the hell out of their workers for whether it's greed or desperation or survival. Still, people are I'm talking about truly getting screwed over. And it's not right. It's just not right. With that being said, like, comment, subscribe. Tell me what y'all think about the state of corporate America. How bad is it out there? I think that sometimes we don't talk about how bad it is. You know, like we talk about all the good stuff when it comes to this thing, but this economy, I feel like we're not echoing concerns. A lot of people feel like they're on their own with the suffering. They think it's just solely like it's only their fault. And I'm telling you, most cases, especially get laid off, it's not. Like, it's trash out here, man. See you on the next one, though, for hopefully a lighter note. Peace.